First one out is the 11 car of Courtney Jones, be followed by the 47 of Harry McIntyre, 92 of Shane Paul Cornelius, the 34 of Brett Booth, the 8 of young Liam Astle, 35 of Dave Clearwater, and the fast flying 5 car of Craig Cox. So the boys just going, boys and girls just going around pushing the little bit of moisture in. A little bit of rain last night certainly has helped. Not as much out here as what they had somewhere else. Well, the other 2 tracks that were supposed to run last night, out at West Melton and down at Woodford Glen, got thoroughly drenched. But not so much out here at Ellesmere. So Signals New Zealand Limited, 9th place in Riccarton. They're known for award-winning innovations and solutions in communications. They recognise the expertise for your business, whether it's mobile, radio, datacom, specialist infrastructure or field engineering. They can understand your requirements and deliver the most cost-effective solution. Part of the LFT group of companies, which is New Zealand owned with over 45 years of experience. That's the LFT Group, Signals New Zealand. Looks like we've got Dave Clearwater's come into the middle. He's obviously got a problem. Oh, they let them go this time, and it's 34 Brett Booth has got away to a good start from the 5 of Craig Cox. Then Shane Paul Cornelius. Looks like we've lost Courtney Jones as well. She's coming. Young Liam Astle is in that 4th position in the 8 car. That's the young son of Nathan. He used to race the sprint car and modified. And tagging on the back behind there is the 47 car of Harry McIntyre. Man, that dust suddenly come up, Lawrence, off the track as these modifieds scorch around.
Yes, the track gradually getting a bit slicker, and these cars do tend to kick up the dust a bit more than like the production cars with the smaller tyres. But yeah, great drive out front at the moment from Boothby. With Craig Cox, who's been in great form at the Racecourse Hotel and Motor Lodge Ellesmere Speedway opening meeting. Back there in 2nd place, Cornelius sits there in 3rd, and young Liam Astle ahead of Harry McIntyre.
Yeah, so we just look at the front of the field. It's Boothie. Can Coxie catch Boothie as they come into the Southbridge Tasty Meats turn? There's young Nathan, Liam Astle putting a move on Shane Cornelius and moves up 1 spot. Harry McIntyre still rounding out the field of these modified sprints as the white flag comes out. So Brett Booth and KH Fabrication car has got away and never looked in any trouble at all as he comes through that Southbridge pit turn for the last time. He'll take the win from the Cox Racing number 5. 8, Liam Astle comes home in 3rd. Oh, and Shane Paul Cornelius just held on to that 4th spot from the 47 of Harry McIntyre. A couple of DNFs in there. That's 11, and Courtney Jones in the 35 of Dave Clearwater. Modifieds coming out.
One omission from the modified sprints I see is young Courtney Jones.
Just coming out the gate now. She pulled in from that first one. We're a big change of colour scheme for Courtney this year. Gone to the black, but maintaining the green as trim work. Nice looking car, Springston Hotel, Brian Hum Contracting. As you'll see, another well presented car there. There's young Coxie, just coming up on the inside. There's Harry McIntyre in the TMR McIntyre Racing machine off the front row.
Yes, Chris Cox is a former New Zealand Speedway ATV champion, Warwick.
Yep. I've seen Coxie scoot round here on the ATVs. So it's 8 Liam Astle on the front with 47 Harry McIntyre, then Craig Cox in behind in the 5 car with 11 Courtney Jones. Right, they let him go. A slow run up to that one, but they're away. And as young Harry McIntyre scooted away to an early lead, comes in through our Southbridge Tasty Meats turn, ahead of Liam Astle, Courtney Jones and Craig Cox. Brett Booth back there in that 5th position from the 92 of Shane Cornelius, and Dave Clearwater just rounds out the field. A good move from Brett Booth there in the 34 Avon Insurance Brokers' car. Got underneath Craig Cox and moved up to that 4th position. McIntyre from Astle, the front 2. Courtney Jones holding that 3rd position from Brett Booth. Craig Cox closed up a wee bit on Boothie, but we go back to the front of the field. And it is Harry McIntyre. Young Liam Astle had closed up there a bit to Lawrence, but McIntyre just pulled away again.
Yes, he's doing a great job. First season for Liam Astle. It's Courtney Jones sits in the 3rd place ahead of Boothie. Now Boothie managed to get himself ahead of Craig Cox, and that sort of hindered Craig Cox's progress, and he's stuck behind Boothie. So further back, of course, is Cornelius at the tail of the field, Warren.
Yep, there goes Clearwater in the tail of the field. Of course, the track's gone off, you can see it. As the heat of the day comes in, there's a couple of sick lines there, and it's obviously taking its toll. There's Boothie having a look at Courtney Jones, but the checkered flag's coming out this time for 47 Harry McIntyre. He'll take the win over Liam Astle from Jones, then the Brett Booth from the 5 of Craig Cox, the 92 of Cornelius, and the 35 of Clearwater. But yeah, a slow, relatively slow build up to the start of that race, but when the flag was dropped, certainly McIntyre just shot to the lead, and he was challenged there briefly by young Astle until that track just went off a little bit in the dying stages, and then he slipped back. But a good second place to him from Courtney Jones at the car 11 in third, Brett Booth in fourth, and 5 Coxey in that 5th spot. So this looks like we're on to the last race of the day, is it? The modified sprints. See 11 Courtney Jones out there, with 47 Harry McIntyre, the 92 of Shane Cornelius, the 34 of Brett Booth, the 8 of Liam Astle, the 5 of Craig Cox, and the 35 of Dave, I think it's Clearwater. So we'll see them line up. Looks like the Avon Insurance Brokers cars are both off the front, which is the 8 of Liam Astle and the 34 of Brett Booth. In behind, the 47 of Harry McIntyre and the 5 of Craig Cox. Then we go to Shane Paul Cornelius, the 11 of Courtney Jones, and then Dave Clearwater in the 35 car.
Yeah, I think Warwick, Courtney Jones loves a slick track, doesn't she?
Well, yeah, seems to. I'm not sure. Get on. Some do, some don't. Just they get it wrong, and it can be. See, there's the track's a wee bit slick in places, but still got a bit of drive in other spots, and then there's also a bit of that loose marbly stuff out wide. So we'll see what happens as they come round now for the last race of the day. It is the modified sprints, and off they go, and it's Brett Booth who gets his nose in front from Craig Cox, who's come from the second row to that second position rather smartly. Now he looks to power around the outside of Booth as they come out of that turn. Liam Astle got a wee bit squirrely there, but he says that Harry McIntyre in behind Shane Paul Cornelius. Courtney Jones just in behind them with Dave Clearwater rounding out the field, but Craig Cox, well, he put a move on from the start, got himself well and truly in front of the field. Brett Booth nearly had a problem there. There's Shane Cornelius did the same thing. He recovered after a little excursion on the infield, but that certainly dropped Booth back a wee bit. But he's since pulled away from Liam Astle. As you say, Lawrence, it's very slick entering that Dunsandel turn. You can see them having some issues are starting to come down here on the Southbridge end. But I don't think anyone's going to catch Craig Cox.
No, he's just a class act. Once he's in form, he's in form. And he's certainly doing the business out front in the important parts specialist car. And all those dice going on for second place, right around the outside. Liam Astle ahead of Boothie. Then back to these three, all hard charges. You've got McIntyre in there as well. Looks like Courtney Jones not quite on the case in this one. And further back to Dave Clearwater, who seems to have got ahead of car number 92, Shane Cornelius.
Yeah, well, young Astle was just using his head there for a young driver. He went out of the Dunsandel turn up a bit higher on the dirt and didn't get caught out on that slick stuff that Brett Booth did, and that gave him a big advantage. Checkered flag coming out with 5, Craig Cox. It'll be Liam Astle who comes on in that second spot from 34, Craig Booth, 47, Harry McIntyre, 11, Courtney Jones, 35.